Okay, this is an advice to blacks, especially on the African continent and those abroad. This is some light, some game that can really help you. So, due to the 400 years of slavery, it had some effects on Africa, whereby in present day Africa, we are made to believe that African products are inferior. So, when we go to the shop, we really like made in abroad and we shun the made in Africa. That is the effect of colonization. And colonization made us to believe that before the white man came, there was no knowledge in Africa. It's easier for the new generation to believe that. But I'm here to tell you that it's not true, because before the white man came, there was knowledge in Africa, and that shows in our signs and symbols. And what do these signs and symbols talk about? They talk about things that are not present in present day Africa. That is unity, pride for your own, which is lost in Africa. So we came to meet it like this, but that does not mean that we will leave it the same for the next generation. And because they slowly want to wipe out the African knowledge, that is why things are becoming like this way, because the African knowledge is being wiped out. So how do we remedy this situation? The African knowledge should be taught in school, and I'm not saying should be taught in the way that they do it, and that is so demoralizing. But it should be taught in school in the African language. Why should we throw our knowledge away? There's really much knowledge in the language, and that you teach a child something in, there's knowledge in it. So our schools, the next generation have to be taught in the African language. Yeah, because there's really much knowledge in the African language, but the the African knowledge is slowly being wiped out, as I said, and then we are still complaining why we cannot find unity and peace, and then why we cannot be working forward and moving forward. All this while we didn't know that the secret was in the language. And because the Africans are not even taught, are not even educated on their language. How many schools in Africa purely teach math, science in the African language? This is one of the reasons why our people are not moving forward. And because even our education is still colonized. So these are some of the reasons, say, why we are still behind. If our people are taught about the African knowledge through our language in schools, if our people are educated, we will get back from that 400 years of slavery and even start to achieve more than they thought. So this is some free light, some free game to all Africans in the African continent and those abroad.